round of Village 7-1, so we're going to see a fabulous top 4 boats for the reach. It's SAPJ Luca, it's Lucas Moore, it's Village 7-1, and Jim Cars can sneak in. It's also attacking her boat. See, it's all the swords are, and they're penalizing each other.
Hello and welcome to our Esailing World Championship Final highlight show.
And Steve, I promised to keep you up with there's many ways. There you go. You lose, and you snooze. There, and he's taking the win because he's cheating. So starting in first, Esailing TV doing a great start this one. Let's go this way so we might get some. No, don't do that with the mark again. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why doing a crazy format as we're doing today? Well, I think we can go up to the right hand side, see the green starts up there, and then two penalties, no, only one penalty. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and for the Europeans, very early morning. Welcome to Esailing TV. My name is Bjørn Lucci, and today we are going into the Pacific Rim. We're going to have some fun with all of them over there and all the Asian players, and I can say to you, some of the European guys is also up early this morning to do the stream. We'll be live for the next 1.5 hours, only watching some of the top players from the Pacific Rim doing virtual egatta inshore. And let's have a close look on the format. We can go in here and see the format is they're going to do a J17, a ship 70, a 49er, a NACRA 17, a J70, a 49er, and a NACRA, and then they will go into a middle race with a 49er. Until now, we can see the young guy, Azir from France is registered, Alberto Carrero from Italy / London is registered, Empower, New Zealand, Sean Bourne, Japan, Cool Running, he is from New Zealand, Alexander Menino, Greek 9, Tacitus, Magina, Wind Whisper, Strip Coach, the Mark, and Lumen 2. Rest of them have registered, but it doesn't look like they come up this early this morning, European time. But let's see what happens when we are in there. A lot of players has come into it. And good morning, hello to Valtent, also Alberto Carrero on Twitch. Welcome on this stream. So we are going to have some fun today. We are going to see some of the top players in the Pacific. We can also see here we have Empower, New Zealand, Wind Whisper, United States, Tacitus, he's from Japan, Alexander Menino, Italy, the Mark, New Zealand, Cool Running, New Zealand, Sean Bourne, who is winning most of these Pacific Rim races, Japan, Alberto Carrero from Italy, he's also there, a Strip Coach in Croatia, Lumen 2, Australia, Inset Salesman, New Zealand, and Mangina, he is from Australia. And it's quite interesting to see how they would do, because normally we see these guys compete late or early morning against the Europeans, where it's late night in Europe, but here it's late night in their countries, and it's early morning in Europe. So we will see a whole other type of race from these guys. They're much more focused, much more concentrated. So let's see how they will do. If you should have any questions or anything, please write us in the chat. We will be there. We will answer your questions. But just to say, this is going to be fun. We can see we'll just go into the private chat of this race then we can see a lot of the players coming in and saying that they are ready. We're just waiting for one boat coming in. That's Asir from France. He's coming in, and then we can see one boat coming in saying he's sleeping very much. So that might be Asir having some fun. Race officers are saying the race will start in 1 minute, so we will go in and get ready for it. There we go. There we go. It's the race officer of this race today is Sean Bourne, Empower, and maybe also Wind Whisper is part of it. But normally we see it's Sean Bourne and Empower doing these regattas here. So who will do it? Who will have some fun? Who will create it? And by the way, while we have all of you in the chat with us here, have you all in the chat here and on the channel. We have just created a new web page. We're upgrading all our platforms, so please go in there and you can see what's happening. Alberto Carrero is writing in the chat. He's also sailing here. He's going to make himself some coffee, so if I want some, I can go with him. Sadly, he cannot send it to me all the way from London. Here we have Empower from New Zealand. He's actually sitting in the United States. Wind Whisper, Sarasota, Florida. Tacitus, he is from Japan. Alexander Menino, Italy. The Mark, he is from New Zealand. The Kiwi. Then we have Cool Running, New Zealand. Sean Bourne, Japan. Alberto Carrero, Italy. Strip Coach from Croatia. Lumen 2, Australia. Inset Salesman. New Zealand, Magina, he is from Australia. Greek 9, and this must be Asir saying that he's sleeping. And see this new graphics coming outside. You're not allowed to be inside this zone when it's fully upgraded within a minute before the race. Then you will get a penalty. But we can see, as I said, Asir is coming there. He's not getting a penalty today, so he's still doing a downwind start. 3 penalties in this start: Wind Whisper, Alexander Menino, and Lumen 2. So right now it's Sean Bourne in the lead here in the middle, going to the left hand side. Looks like he's going towards the middle. Tacitus going to the right hand side. Can he take it? Oh, how will he do it? Let's see. Tacitus coming in. It looks like he's going to the best position because the wind will go in his favor. But in the start, all the other boats are sailing the shortest distance. But when he's coming to the right-hand side, he is sailing the shortest distance. But Greek 9 is taking a chance, going to the left-hand side. And when, or if there's coming a wind shift the opposite direction, that will be good news for him. But right now, it looks like Tacitus, Sean Bourne, the Mark, Cool Running, Alberto Carrero are going to the right hand side to get those winds into the sail. And we can also see Greek 9 going up towards the middle now. Let's go to Tacitus. See there, a huge wind coming over the side. See those windsocks and a very hard breeze. So he's really capturing the wind, sailing the shortest distance towards that top mark. Right now he's also in the lead. We can see it's a long upwind, long downwind, long upwind they're going to race in this race. So a lot of things can happen, but right now it's Tacitus winning momentum. And see 6.6, it means he's not sailing with the best VMG. He's actually turning his boat in an angle towards the mark. Now he's going to best VMG at 6.0 in the J70. And also we have a wind shadow of 30 meters. And a wind shift is coming in again, this time in favor for the opposite side. There we have Asir, we have Lumen 2. And see right now Asir is coming up towards the positions coming from position 11 and are now hitting position 8, 6. It's going up, but it's Tacitus, it's Sean Bourne there in the lead. And it looks like Tacitus did the best upwind race in the first leg. he will be around 6 to 10 meters in front of the others. So, there we go. Tacitus first, the Mark third, Greek 9. But let's see if Sean Bourne, also alias Bruce Lee in sailing, can get in second. He's getting in second, making his kick on the mark. Then Greek 9 in fourth, Alberto Carrero 6, or fifth, Inset Salesman 6, Azir in 7, and then we see the rest of the fleet coming in. Wind Whisper, it's maybe very late, or he's getting ready for Super Bowl Sunday. He is in position 14. It's middle of the night in Sarasota, Florida, and we can see. I can see in the chart that there is a bug with how long away people are from each other. So it doesn't mean that Tacitus is 88 meters in front. Right now it looks like Tacitus maybe loses his position. He's the opposite side, but we have Sean Bourne. The mark is going to battling it out here. So let's see how that will go. So right now it looks like the mark going towards the middle. Sean Bourne going outside the ley line to get angle in towards the gate mark. This means he's getting a little bit more speed, but also sailing a little bit longer distance. He's getting wind from Greek 9. This means he can only push longer away from the ley line and only lose position if he's not getting closer to the gate mark. There we have Tacitus first, and now it's going to be interesting to see the mark coming in. A penalty to Inset Salesman in the battle with Alberto Carrera. Then we have Greek 9 and Sean Bourne battling each other. Very, very close battle. Let's see how that will go. In the middle, the mark is coming in now. He's now taking second position. And see Sean Bourne, he really lost. He lost it from second to 8 because he pushed himself outside of the ley line and tried to come back in. So now we have the real stats here. Tacitus, he is around 30 meters in front of the mark according to the server. I'm not sure of that. We will see it when they're getting closer to the mark. I will maybe say 10-12 meters, but that's good that we have our own calculation with our eyes here, because we know how long distance there is in between the boats. Right now the mark, he is taking over the lead. Tacitus, he's in second, but when they're coming to the left hand side, Tacitus will get the wind into his favor. But is it too late for him to speed up? Right now it looks like the mark is doing a much better upwind race in the second leg. He's coming in there. Let's see. The mark coming starboard tack, Tacitus port side tack, and under pressure. The mark is pushing him to do an extra tack upwind. This means he's losing momentum around 5 meters for that. And Alberto Carrero gets ready to take a second position. Let's see, they're rounding the top mark for the second time tonight, or this morning European time. And maybe they will go in and do some great stuff here. It is the mark first, Tacitus second, but it's interesting to see how close Alberto Carrero is going into this. He's getting around 12 meters behind Tacitus. So let's see if he can throw some dirty air. Cool running coming after him. Greek 9 to 5th. Azir in 6. Alexander Menino on force penalty hitting the mark. Sean Bourne in 8. He's coming up in 7. But we are going to find a winning boat between the three first. It is the mark. It is Tacitus. It's Alberto Carrero who will take it. Cool running coming in 4th. And there's a small split. Cool running, he's taking 9.9. Alberto Carrero 12.6. They are much faster in the left hand side than the boats in the right hand side. This means they are really speeding up, coming where the wind is. Look at that radar up there. The wind is strong in the left-hand side. There's a hard breeze. 15.2, 16.2. Opposite side, cool running really loses it, 9.1. So these three skippers read the downwind best, and they're really battling it out. So let's see who will get all the way for it. It looks like it is the Mark taking the win. Alberto Carrero and Tacitus are battling it for second. Will it be an Italian or will it be a Japanese second place? Let's see. Finish line coming up. The Mark wins. Tacitus second. Alberto Carrero third. And now we see rest of the fleet very long behind. But it looks like Azure is battling Greek 9 for fourth position at the moment. Interesting battle. Greek 9 jibing down. But Azure takes it. Greek 9. Then we have Cool Running coming in. Another battle here behind. Wind Whisper in 13. Lumen 2. Empower. Magina coming in the last position. And Strip Coach from Croatia. It looks like he fell asleep here in Europe. 2.2 downwind. So that is a loss. And there he woke up. Maybe because we said his name in the chat. So a win for the Mark, second place to Tacitus, third to Alberto Carrero, Azure in fourth, Greek 9 in fifth, Cool Running 6, Sean Bourne 7. We have Alexander Menino 8, Empower 9, Wind Whisper 10, Lumen 2 11, NZ Salesman 12, and Mandina in 13, Strip Coach in 14. So Sean Bourne best start. Tacitus did a good race with the speed, but sailed the shortest distance was the Mark. Empower with 3 penalties. Wind Whisper needs to defend himself pretty much. 23 jibes downwind. And if we see here, Wind Whisper getting 10. Empower with 3 penalties, getting 9th. The Mark was winning, sailed the shortest distance. Tacitus getting in the second. So Alberto Carrero is actually the one winning this race, if we are saying it this way, because he came from position 11, fought his way up to position 3. So a good start in this morning race, this morning stream here in the Pacific Rim. And let's see, the scoreboard is also upgraded. We have 14 players from the start today. 1 point for win, 2 points for second, and so on. And it was not the best start for the winning boat, Sean Bourne, the Dragon boat we see here. He is in 7 at the moment. So we will get ready for race number 2. We know they are pretty fast in the Pacifics. They are really going into it. And so race number 2 is already coming up. There we go. They are ready for it. So they are going ready to the 49er, and in the private chat, Azure is writing right now, apologies to everyone. I might have done some dirty races, playing with no helps at all, especially without a win intelligence, and best VMG leads to many stupid decisions. And the rest of them are just smiling and saying, yeah, you're playing with the turbo on it. So we actually don't care. So let's see how he's doing it. We're getting ready for race number 2 in the 49er, and all the boats has joined the race. Who will take second race? Will it be Empower? Will it be the Mark? Will it be Sean Bourne? Will it be Tacitus? Or will Azure, without any helps, get ready for it? 14 skippers in the start, 1 minute to the start. Let's have a small presentation again for all the new viewers this early morning. This is Empower from New Zealand, the Mark from New Zealand, Tacitus from Japan, Wind Whisper, he is from the United States. Mangina, he is from Australia. This is Azir from France, who is sleeping at home. Cool Running, New Zealand. Alexander Menino, Italy. NZ Salesman, New Zealand. Alberto Carrero, Italy, had a third place in the first race. Sean Bourne from Japan, normally winning this, but today he got the commentator's curse. Strip Coach from Croatia. Greek 9 and Lumen 2. And again, we see this red area in front of it. Maybe we should just color it white in the future, but it means that there are coming some really cool upgrades for the game. And if you're outside of the starting line doing a downwind start 1 minute before time in that zone, you will get a penalty. We are ready, and there is the start. 2 penalties. Strip Coach, Greek 9, a false start. Tacitus, false start. Strip Coach, false start. Cool Running, that's a hard one. Tacitus getting a penalty, so he had a nice race in the last one in the J70, and this is going to be one of the worst races tonight for him. He is dropped to 10. A lot of battler penalty in the middle to Alberto Carrero. So all the leading boats from the race before, except the Mark, is under pressure. But in the lead, it's Sean Bourne. In second, it is ZZZ, or alias Azir, who is sleeping. He's sailing in sleep. He's in second position at the moment. Alexander Menino in fifth, and then we have Empower NZ Salesman. Right now, most of them have placed themselves in the middle of the track in the race. Then we have some of the boats in the left-hand side. We can see Tacitus trying to go to the right-hand side, but he's really losing momentum at the moment. Also had a false start, and that's very, very costly, especially in the 49er. In a long upwind and a long downwind race, it's all about wind intelligence and doing the less mistakes at all. And he did the biggest mistake he could do, a false start, and it costed him around 28 meters. The Mark are in the lead according to server. Sean Bourne in third, Azir first. But let's see, Sean Bourne coming starboard tack, Azir going behind him. Alexander Melino coming up here. The Mark in second. Then we have Sean Bourne. So right now it's the Kiwi guy in the lead. It's the Japanese boat in second, battling out with France. Alexander Menino from Italy in fourth. Lumen 2. Greek 9. Wind Whisper. Alberto Carrera after a penalty is in 8. NZ Salesman Magina. Then we have Empower, Cool Running. And see here, Tacitus in the second last position. Luckily for him, Strip Coach is behind him, but it's not the best start for him. They're going downwind. It's the 49er. It has a wind shadow of 23 meters. This means that you really need to be very close, as we see Lumen 2 and Greek 9ers to do some wind shadow. Oh, nice trick by Lumen 2. The European boat, the Greek 9, was asleep. So he's just sailed in front of him and they crashed. And this means Greek 9 got that penalty. Wind Whisper coming in, throwing dirty on Lumen 2. But we can see here the Mark are in the lead. Alberto Carrero coming in, also throwing dirty. Penalty to Lumen 2, caught in a small sandwich in between an American and an Italian. So it's a small burger. It's we have the roundings down there. It's Azir second, Sean Bourne third, Alexander Menino fourth. And this time Alberto Carrero also handed out a penalty to Wind Whisper. This means he's all alone in fifth position. But in the lead, it's the Mark. It's Sean Bourne battling it out. It looks like the Mark is doing the best upwind race again. He did a very fine downwind race. According to server, he's 42 meters ahead, but the server is not working at the moment. So and it looks like more that he's 30 meters ahead, but that's still very big time ahead. Then we have Azir battling Sean Bourne. And remember, Azir is sailing without any race helps, and he's still in third in this Pacific Rim event. The Mark, he is beating up this this fleet today. This will be his second win already. Really doing a great job. And we can see there's a wind shift now. See the ley line, how it's moving. Sean Bourne coming in second. He's so close, battling Azir. Right now, it looks like Sean Bourne will round that mark first. But he has to take care. Azir is coming from behind and get ready to attack him. In fourth place, it's Alexander Menino. He's coming here from starboard tack in the right-hand side. 10.9. Sean Bourne and Azir 10.6. So he's coming with a little bit more speed, but he's too long behind to do anything about it. And here behind, Magina got a penalty in the battle against Lumen 2. And that's so costly that he's dropping down. Tacitus, second place of the first race, is in 13th position at the moment. So he's not battling his way back, but Alberto Carrero battling his way back. He's currently in 5th. So that's way to go by him. He had a penalty in the start, dropping down, and then he's winning up momentum. But it's the Mark with a win, but who will take second? Will it be Sean Bourne, Azir, or Alessandro Malino? The Italian, the French, or will it be the Japanese second place? Let's see. This time Sean Bourne is not going all the way to the ley line, because then he's pushed out. It looks like Alexander Menino and Alberto Carrero is going for this themselves. Sean Bourne is under attack by Azir. We will watch this attack. This will be a textbook attack if Azir is not too asleep. See, Sean Bourne is just outside of the wind shadow, but still 0.3 slower than Azir. Azir jibing away. Sean Bourne following him, but let's see what's happening here. Azir coming in. See, Alexander Menino came in with speed. Now Azir throwing dirty air on Sean Bourne, getting ready to attack Sean Bourne and also Alexander Menino. Oh, he missed that attack. Way to go by Alexander Menino, but it's Azir in 3rd defending it. Alexander Menino in 4th. Alberto Carrero in 5th. Cool running, and Greek 9 is battling out. It looks like Greek 9 was winning that one 6-7 to Cool running. Then we have small battles behind here again. Empower with a penalty against NZ Salesman. Wind Whisper 9. Magina, he's complaining about he has lag back home in Australia. So that's why he's dropping down. But a second win for the Mark. Way to go by him. Sean Bourne in 2nd place. Azir in 3rd. Alexander Menino 4th. Alberto Carrero 5th. So the Italians are very, very awake here in this morning European time. Greek 9 also 6. Cool running. Lumen 2. Wind Whisper 9. NZ Salesman 10. Tacitus 11. So he actually won 3 positions after that terrible start. Magina 12. Empower 13. Strip Coach 14. Best start for Azir. Sailed the shortest distance was Greek 9. Magina with 5 penalties. Mangina with 5 penalties. And then we have here the Mark winning it. Sean Bourne 2nd. Azir 3rd. Azir dropping down. But remember, he's sailing without any helps. The young French guy. So, good races, good races. Let's see the scoreboard. It has been upgraded. The Mark is in the lead with 2 points. Azir with 7 points. Alberto Carrero 8 points. Sean Bourne 9 points. He's under pressure today, the Japanese sailor, but let's see if he's coming back. Greek 9 11. Alessandro Malino 12. Tacitus 13. Cool running 13. Lumen 2 19. Wind Whisper 19. Empower 22. NZ Salesman 22. Mangina 25. Strip Coach 28. Remember, there's a discard. No discard today in it, so they will get the points as it stands. So if the Marcus continue his killing spree here, then he is winning today. We will get ready for the next race. It is the Nacra 17, and it looks like we're going to have a reach start. That's quite interesting when we're having the reach start today. They will speed up around that middle mark. See the top left corner, you can see the format. They will go into the reach, go into the middle mark, then they will go downwind in the gate mark, upwind to the gate mark, downwind to the gate mark, upwind to the gate mark again, and then race to the middle mark and going over the finish line. It is 7:25 European time, Paris time here. It's early in the morning, but it's we have to remember it's around 7 in the evening in Japan, and also Australia and New Zealand, and then it's night time for the Americans and also Empower, who's sitting in the USA. So it's a night race for most of them. So let's get ready, and I can say to you, there's no good talking in the private chat. Inset salesman saying, "Oh, I hate those reach starts." So we are getting ready for it. And some of the other guys are saying to him, "Hey, don't whine about it. We are getting ready for it." 14 skippers in the start. Let's see how they will do. Let's keep an eye on the mark this time. Can this Kiwi, also with a Kiwi on the sail, go in and win his third race of this morning's stream or tonight's race? Again, we can see the red zone in front of the starting line. It's saying you're not allowed to do a downwind start or coming from the outside 1 minute before time. And I can say to you, it's Sean Bourne who's doing the race officer and the scoreboard tonight. So way to go by the Japanese sailor that normally win these races, also organizing it today. Here the mark coming with speed from behind. We can't see the speed yet. We'll first see it when they're crossing the starting line. Will he time it well? 16 seconds. They are going to race for that reach mark we see out there. It looks like he's a little bit slower than some of the other boats. He needs to take care of not getting a penalty. Will he win this one also? A penalty to to Lumen 2. And there we go. Strip coach, not the best start. The mark, he is in position 6. It's Mangina in the lead. Asir coming third. Inset salesman. The mark caught in here. They're rounding this mark. Let's see. 1, 2. Inset salesman. Tacitus. Cool running with a penalty. Sean Bourne in the last position. We normally don't see him perform that bad, but he is tonight. The mark is in 5th. We'll see more penalties coming in here when they're rounding the first gate mark. Let's see. The mark rounding as 5th. A penalty opposite side. Strip coach getting one. Sean Bourne getting one. Lumen 2 getting a second penalty already. And now it's an upwind race. Let's see here. They're splitting up. Alberto Carrero left-hand side. Asir following him. Remember, Asir sailing without any race helps. He's still in 2nd. The mark in 3rd. Mangina in the middle. He is in 1st position. So the young French guy fighting the Australian. The Aussies are in there. But see again the 2 Italians top performing. Alexander Menino. No, right now it looks like Alberto Carrero losing it. Going to the left-hand side. When we're racing a Nacra 17 as we're doing here, upwind, it's very important you're finding the best wind you can. And if you're doing the best VMG in a really good position and the wind is with you, you're hitting 14.5. And right now it looks like 14.1. Asir coming first. Let's go to the top mark roundings. Asir, no, he has to go behind Mangina, not getting a penalty, but it's going on the inside. Nice turn by the French guy. The mark coming up to 2nd position. Mangina lost this turn. Cool running. Lost it also. Best VMG a little bit too early. That means his boat was tacking to the opposite side. Strip coach, Lumen 2, Empower. But see how fast these boats are. They are already gone. Asir in the lead. The mark 24.7, Mangina 24.4, Azir in the lead. Mangina coming starboard tack, the mark has to go behind Alexander Menino, the Italian skipper, in 4th. And now it's upwind race. Who's doing the best job? Is it Azir without any helps, or is it the guys using the best VMG? Sean Bourne battling his way back to 5th in this downwind upwind race. So Alexander Menino in 4th, Mark in 2nd, Azir in the lead, Mangina in 3rd. Who takes it? Who is the best upwind racer today? Who can find the win? Right now it's the wind are in the middle. We can see there's a little bit more dark in the middle, so the breeze will be there, but the wind is coming slightly from left towards right. So Sean Bourne is in a very good position, but see the mark coming here towards the middle. 2nd, Alexander Menino. Right now the mark is taking the lead over Azir. He took the route towards the middle where the wind were. And then he's tacking up. Azir taking the easy way, going to the right hand side, and then tacking up, doing it. Let's see, he's coming starboard tack, winning both over the mark and Alexander Menino. So let's see, we'll go close to it. The mark still rounding first. Azir a very big turn. Alexander Menino sneaking into 2nd. Mangina 4th. We have 4 boats battling for the win. They're going towards this reach mark. There will be some wind shadow. Azir attacking Alexander Menino. Alexander Menino dropping down in speed, but he is on the inside. Mangina coming in. Azir with a penalty. That's costly. Maybe he drops to 4th, but he can also drop to 5th. Sean Bourne can take 4th position from the French guy. He has a penalty at the reach mark is always very costly. So Azir dropping to 5th, Cool running 6th, and the rest of the fleet coming in here. And in the last positions we have Empower battling Tacitus. So Tacitus had one good race today, and then since then he has been dropping down. And Lumen 2 with the most penalties, rounding. Oh, I don't know what he's doing. Drunk sailing maybe tonight, we don't know. Or it looks like he is having some lag issues back home in Australia. So, a win for the mark. A 2nd for Alexander Menino. 3rd for Mangina. Then we have 4th from Sean Bourne. Azir dropping to 5th because of that penalty. Cool running 6. NZ Salesman 7. Alberto Carrero 8. Wind Whisper 9, Greek 9, 10, Strip Coach 11, Tacitus 12, Empower 13, Lumen 2, 14. Good races, and here we can see how much a penalty at the reach mark can cost, as you drop 3 position because of that. And we can see here, just in front of the finish line, he was actually battling for 2nd with Alexandro Melino. And then he got the penalty and dropped to 5th. So a very costly penalty, really cost in the score. And here we can see there's no discard today. So right now in the lead, it is the mark with 3 wins. That's amazing. Good race by the mark today. The Kiwi, Azir in 2nd, Sean Bourne in 3rd, Alexander Melino in 4th, Alberto Carrero in 5th, Cool running 6, Greek 9, 7. Tacitus 8. See, he had a really good first race, but the two next race 2 and 3 was not his side. But let's see if he can come back into J70 when it starts up. Mangina winning 3rd, 28 points. Wind Whisper 28 points. NZ Salesman 29 points. Lumen 2 33. Empower 35. And Strip Coach 39. So as they're riding in the private chat, the mark, he is really on fire today. So let's see how he is doing. Let's get ready for race number 4 today. It is the J70. If it's going as last time, we might see Tacitus come back in the lead with a win again. But we have to say, strip coach. It's really on fire, and let's see how he is doing in this race. If you have any questions or anything, please write us in the chat. You can chat with us if you're sitting live on Twitter, on Esailing TV, on YouTube on Esailing TV, or on Esailing TV's Facebook channel. If you're sitting on all our cross-post channel as Virtual Egatta in Shore or Esailing Italia, then you can't chat direct with us, but you can see and watch, and we will go in and see the comments after the race and try to answer some of your questions there. We're getting ready for race number 4 in the Pacific Rim. It's early in the morning here in Europe. It's 7:35 Super Bowl day in Europe, and it's in the evening and in the night in Australia, Japan, and the US. So let's see how it's going. But right now it doesn't look like the Europeans are so sleepy. They're doing a great job. So this is Tacitus, this is Empower, this is the Mark, this is the leading boat. 3 victories in a row, 3 first positions in the first 3 races. Can he do that the next 3 races, or just 2 races more? Then the others can't do much about today's result. Greek 9 has been doing a mixed performance today, but we're starting seeing him more and more on the servers around the world. They're all getting ready for the World Championship that's coming up. The playoff starts tomorrow, Monday. I think it's 10 in the morning Paris time, and then the World Championship has started, and we are watching and looking forward to the press release, what's coming up. And rumor says a lot of countries has joined in this year's World Championship as countries with official races. There's the start. A penalty to Azir, a penalty to the Mark. That's a costly one, and a penalty to Lumen 2. NZ Salesman, Lumen 2, not the best start. The Mark with a penalty, dropping to 11. Oof, that's a hard one, especially in the J70. Then it's really hard to come back in the race when you're already. Let's do our own calculation because we can't trust the server today. 11, he's around 28 meters. It's okay. 34 meters behind the leading boat, and the leading boat right now is Sean Bourne from Japan. The Japanese sailor Sean Bourne is known for his skills in this game. He has been winning a lot of the Pacific Rims. I actually think he has been winning 8 out of 12 of them. So this skipper from Japan, he might be the best Japanese skipper, but we're starting seeing Tacitus also doing some really, really good results. But the consistency in Sean Bourne is very, very impressive. A penalty to Azir again. He is now in 10th. So maybe he might just go to sleep again in France. It's not normal we are seeing young guys like Azir this early up. Normally they are sleeping long time in that age. An Empower with a penalty behind. We can see he got transparent over here. It looks like it was in the battle with the Mark there. So let's see. Sean Bourne in the lead, coming in front of Mangina. Let's go closer to the boats. A penalty in the middle to Greek 9. In the battle with Alexander Menino. And now we can see they're really clustering up. But it's Sean Bourne in the lead. It's Alberto Carrero, Alexander Menino, and Mangina coming in. So 2 Italians still in the top 4 position, top 5. They are doing a great job, the Italians. And we have to shout out a little bit for the Italians. The Italian community is growing. A Facebook channel has been created called Esailing Italia. A homepage called esailing.it is coming up because the community is growing fast in Italy and they want to grow it big time. The Italians want to keep the World Championship and all the cups and all the winnings back in Italy, so they have clustered up and start growing their community. Sean Bourne first, Mangina second, Alexander Menino coming on the inside, Strip Coach in fourth, that's impressive. A penalty to Wind Whisper in the battle against Tacitus. The Mark, oh, it's a costly race for him, just sneaks in. Yeah, there he got a penalty, so no sneaking here. Alberto Carrero, the Italian, kills him when he rounded that mark, so no sneak peek here. So Azure in 8 coming back in the race after 2 penalties upwind. Now we're getting downwind. Remember, the wind shadow is 30 meters in this boat, so we see a lot of attacking, see a lot of wind shadow drop. Greek 9 attacking Alexander Menino and Strip Coach. Mangina battling Greek 9, penalties behind. Or a small battle between 2 boats. It looks like one of the boats hit the mark, Empower and Net Salesman, and the other one was hit by the opposite boat. But let's see here. We will go to Tacitus view. Then we can see all the battles. Sean Bourne in the lead. We know where he is now. Alexander Menino in second. Strip Coach in third. Greek 9 fourth. And then we see Mangina, Cool Running, and Tacitus. It's a very close battle for the secondary position, but the win will go to Sean Bourne. Mangina with a penalty. That was the where was he? He was that's Cool Running with a penalty, not Mangina. It looks like it was Mangina. See how costly it is. How he's dropping down now. He was in the battle for top 5, and now he's dropped all the way to 8, maybe dropping to 9th. But again, it's very close. See how the boats are crossing each other. Some of them starboard tack, some of them port side. They want to be in the middle because that's where the breeze are, and they can't see which side the wind is shifting at the moment. That's also why we're seeing Sean Bourne in the middle. We see Alexander Menino. He's going in front of Strip Coach. The only reason why he's doing that is because he wants to control Strip Coach, keep him in a close leash, a short leash, so he's sure that he cannot come and take him on the inside. Greek 9 on the right hand side. That might be costly because it looks like the wind is shifting left towards right, coming from left hand side. So Greek 9 will sail the longest distance in a few seconds, and positioning himself in the right hand side will mean that he will drop maybe 2-3 positions, coming to 9th. Mangina, we have Azure, then we have Tacitus. See that Greek 9 coming in. It's a very close one. He's not hitting Mangina, but he's just managed to go in front of Azure. So nice of him to attack a little bit earlier, so he didn't drop in positions. But see, as I told, the wind is coming against him. So the other boats are sailing a little bit shorter towards the top mark. They're having the same speed, but velocity made good. They are in a better position and sailing the shortest distance. He needs to do 2 more tacks. He's queuing in 4th, but he will maybe drop to 5th because the other boats are coming from starboard tack. Let's see. Going on the inside, pressuring himself. That's very, very close one. See, losing momentum, losing everything, almost hitting the mark. Tacitus with a penalty, couldn't avoid Azure, and also losing momentum, costing 3 positions. Greek 9 survived that one. Azure didn't round him, but he will be battling it out with some of the top guys from behind. In the lead with a win, it is Sean Bourne. Alexander Menino in second. Strip Coach in third. Mangina, Greek 9, Cool Running. Azure is battling it out. Where is the mark? The mark. Ooh, where is he? We can't see him. He lost connection. Low battery. The mark is riding low battery, and my phone took me out. Guys, if you're playing in a top level like this, and you have been winning 3 races in a row, and you haven't set your phone into a charge, and be sure you're not losing battery, then it's all your fault. So the mark will get maximum point in this race because of low battery. Bad preparation for a Pacific Rim. Will this be the change? So Sean Bourne in the lead, winning this race. Very convincing, and Alexander Menino in second. But let's see. Mangina, Strip Coach, Azure. Azure in 5th, Mangina in 4th, Mangina in 3rd, Strip Coach 4th, Azure 5th. Then we have Cool Running Alberto Carrero fighting for 6. It looks like it's going to be Cool Running. Alberto Carrero is getting 7. There's no battle for the positions behind. So right now it looks like Lumen 2 NZ Salesmen are battling for the honor. Who will take last, who will not get it. There we go. Lumen 2 needs to jibes in front of NZ Salesman. So we have to say it again. Remember to prepare yourself for the races. Don't lose battlery as we saw the mark. That will be very costly in the scoreboard. Sean Bourne in the lead. Alexandro Melino in 2nd. Mangina 3rd. Strip Coach 4th. Azure 5th. Greek 9 6th. Cool Running 7. Alberto Carrero 8. Tacitus 9. Empower 10. Wind Whisper 11. Lumen 2 12. Inset Salesman 13. And the mark with maximum points getting in there. Best start, Sean Bourne. Best sailed the shortest distance was Greek, but Sean Bourne had the best speed also. So let's see the scoreboard. What happens when you're doing a mistake like the mark? See there, dropping from the lead to 4th because he didn't charge his phone, the battery on the phone. That's a very bad decision. Having 3 wins, there's no discards today. Then he got a DSQ, giving him 18 points. So giving 15 points in one race. He was so much in the lead. This means that the Japanese Bruce Lee are now back in the lead with 14 points. Alexander Menino with 16 points. Azir 17 points. The Mark 18 points. Alberto Carrero 24 points. So Japan, Italy, France are the 3 leading boats. So, guys, I just have to say, if you're playing with a mobile phone like the Mark, here in the top corner, let me show, mine is saying 22% back in the battery. And if you're going into a Pacific Rim battle like this, always good to make sure it's plugged in the charger, or else you'll get maximum points as we're seeing here. So unlucky for him. This means everything is open again and we're getting ready for the next race. It's going to be a 49er. So let's see how that will go today. Will the Mark come back, or will this be the turning point of his killing spree today? Or will it? Yes, you're very welcome to Mark. I can also tell you how you put in the charger in the mobile phone. I have a learning video I can put up later, so you're not losing everything on it. But let's see how that goes. We have the Mark here in front. Oh, he's lost connection again. Maybe I should send the learning video to the Mark, how to charge your mobile phone before going into battle. So let's see. The guys are really polite to him. They're waiting for the Mark to come back. When you have 5% or less battery charge on it, you might have an issue with your mobile phone, as the Mark has tonight. So we're seeing Empower here in front of the Mark is in there. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're only losing 2 players back in it. So so we only need the 2 last players to join in, and then we will go into it. So Sean Bourne, who is in control of this race today, is getting ready to start the race. He's a hardcore race officer, and he's a little bit polite, but right now we're waiting for the last thing here. And I have to say, the Mark is not the only one having issues with the mobile phone tonight. Lumen 2, we haven't seen joining in the battle, also have some huge issue, and also NZ Salesman with the mobile phone. And Lumen 2 is saying, it's my stupid phone, can't get the steering button going, or if them with delay, I think it's my connection. So sometimes the technology gets the blame. Sometimes it's actually the player who forgets to plug in the mobile phone in a charger. And sometimes it is the internet connection. Remember, players are sitting all around the world playing Virtual Egatta in show. And here we have a good example. We have all continents with us except South, or I will more say we have all time zone with us in this race. We have all the way from the US to Japan, to Australia, to Europe. So all of them are sitting in there. Let's get ready for it. How it's going on here. We have Empower. We are just, and there Lumen 2 joined in. So we have 14 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And we also have an Esailing TV build with us. We don't want to raise this guy because I'm the commentator. It's my job to make fun of out of them and commentate what happens, and it's not my job to show that I'm not that a good e-sailer at all. So let's get ready for it. We're getting ready for race number 5. It is the 49er coming up in a few sec here. Let's see if the Mark has a chance to get back in the race, or he will lose connection again because he needs to learn how to plug in his mobile phone in the charger. But let's see how it's going to be. So, 25 seconds. They will get in position. It's time now to do their tactics and strategy according to the wind intelligence they get. Where to go, how to do it. Most of the boats clustering up at the committee boat. We see some new starts where they're getting downwind outside of the committee boat, coming in, placing themselves in the left-hand side. Who is that doing this trick? Oh, it's a false start and a penalty to Empower. A false start to Wind Whisper. And Alessandro Menino fell asleep from Italy. Way behind. Not the start he was dreaming up. And he's currently in 3rd position in overall score. So that might be costly. Sleeping in behind the wheel, behind the mobile phone. I actually think he's playing on a tablet at the moment and dropping down. But in the lead, it is Azir from France. Playing without help. 2nd place, it's Greek 9. They're really closing with the battle with the Mark. So the Mark is back in the race. It didn't cost him on... it didn't psych him that much that he was losing battery. But I just have to say, if we see him disconnect, it's because his mobile phone can't charge that fast and the game is losing a lot of power to be played. So, 4th place to the Mark, Azir in the lead, a Greek 9, Sean Bourne. And it's going to be very, very costly. They're really coming in and coming into it. So, there we go. The Mark 6, Lumen 2, Greek 9. And there we go here. Alberto Carraro in 12th. And he's in 10th at the moment. But I'm not sure he's in 10th. I'm not sure of that. He will come in here. Let's see when they're rounding this mark. We cannot trust the servers tonight. The Mark is in the lead. He's doing it again. He's not all psyched up. Azir in 2nd. Yeah, I said Alberto Carrero, he's in 3rd. Mangina in 4th, getting a penalty there by Taxi 2, Strip Coach. Lumen 2. So all the guys complaining about bad mobile phones and connection are with the top players at the moment. Empower, Greek 9 with a penalty. Wind Whisper fell asleep behind the steering. All his boat's breaking up. So he's rounding the top mark at last position. Let's see. The mark, Azure and Alberto Carrero. Alessandro Menino battling himself up to 9. But let's see if they can go in and do something great. Right now we can see the mark is getting wind shadow from Azure. Alberto Carrero tries to throw wind shadow on Azure, but it doesn't succeed because he's too long away. The wind shadow of this boat is only 23 meters. So what will happen and how will they do it? But it's the mark, it's Azure battling it out for the win. Right now 22 meters in between them. There's not 22 meters there. There's maybe 8 meters. But let's see the mark coming first. Azure in second. They're going to the left-hand side. Alberto Carrero following them. Taxitu's also going there, but needs to do an extra jibe. Strip Coach going to the opposite side. That might be costly. The wind is not in his favor at the moment. He's going against the wind, taking a chance. There might be a huge wind shift. Lumen 2 with a penalty now. I know him. I've seen him with the hat. I've seen him live playing. So he might say some words or not smiling that good for getting that penalty. And let's see here how they're crossing. We'll go to the mark side and see the rest of the fleet. We are now watching from the right-hand side. The mark coming first. Taxitu's Strip Coach, Mangina. But it's right now Azure in the lead. See how he's doing up there. Way to go by the young French guy. Killing it without any race helps at all. So, I just have to say, I'm getting a lot of communication in the second chat, the private chat with the race competitors. And NZ Salesman, he's saying, it's not my night, I'm getting the second beer now because I will not win tonight's race. So, the mark coming in second position, but he will be first. But see Azure coming with a little bit more speed. He's using he's not using best VMG like the mark is doing. The mark 10.7. The best VMG speed is 11.7 if you're doing it right, but there's not that much hard wind. Let's see if Azure can go on the inside. It's going to be a very close call. No, he can't. The mark are still in the lead. This is going to be a battle in between two giants of tonight. The mark who is in the lead, Azure in second. They're going a little bit out to get up the spinnaker so they can get speed downwind. Alberto Carrero doing the same trick. Mangina also, a penalty to Strip Coach. But two boats in the lead battling it out. According to server, there's only 24 meters in between them. I'm not sure of that. No, it doesn't work, that server tonight. This is only 10 meters. Azure throwing dirty air on the mark. The mark needs to defend himself. Who is doing the best result? The mark going a little bit in front of him. Best to do to be on the left-hand side of him. He's now, this means that if Azure is getting too close, he can attack. Azure getting that penalty. Nice attack by the mark, just waiting to lure Azure into the trap. And then the rat was captured and slam, he was killed. And this means he's going to battle for second and third against Alberto Carrero. The mark, he can actually sneak away, but Alberto going in and attacking the mark. Azure attacking Alberto. Alberto defending himself. Good news for Mangina because now he can come up to the battle. It's an all open battle for second, third and fourth. It is going to be a win for the mark. He's back in the race with battery on his phone. Azure, he's lucky that Mangina came into the battle, so he's in second. Alberto Carrero third. Mangina going into fourth. Taxitu's fifth, Jambon sixth, Strip Coach, Cool running, Greek 9, and here behind Lumen 2. I know he also speaks German, so maybe he's coming with some really good German ways of speaking bad terms online right now. So he's coming in last. So a win for the mark. What a battle between him, Azure. He won it. And then coming in, then we have Azure in second, Alberto Carrero in third. Mangina 4th, Tacitus 5th, Sean Bourne 6th, Strip Coach 7, Cool Running 8, Wind Whisper 9, Alexandro Malino 10, NZ Salesman 11, Greek 9 12, Empower 13, Lumen 2 getting in 14. So right now Azure is saying for fun, is the Mark cheating? But he's not. He can't cheat in the race. He's just winning it. So here we have the best start for Greek 9. The Mark getting best speed still. The shortest distance was Mangina. That's why he came into the battle in the last end. Azir need to do 18 jibes. This is why he lost downwind, but he also got that penalty by the Mark. Greek 9, see, he had the best start, but then he got a penalty. Boom, 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 dropping down in position. The Mark and Azir came up with a good first upwind race, doing such a fantastic job. And then we have Alberto Carrero and Mangina winning the battle against Tacitus for coming in 3rd and 4th. This means we have a new scoreboard coming up here. The Mark is back in the lead. A victory, a victory, a victory. I have no battery, a victory. We're not calling it DSQ, we're calling it bad preparation, not having battery and getting 15 points. But right now he's killing it today. Then we have Azir with 19 points also, playing without any helps. Sean Bourne with 20 points. Alexander Malino 26 points. Alberto Guerrero 27 points. Cool Running 34 points, Mangina 35 points, and rest of the fleet coming in. But it's interesting, 2 races left, and Nacra going into a reach start and a medal race for top 10. And right now it looks like we're having a battle in between the Mark, Azir, Sean Bourne, Alexander Menino, and Alberto Guerrero. So top 5 is battling it out. If they're getting any penalties or any bad results, this will have a really hard inflict in the final score for them. So let's get ready for getting into the Nacra 17. It's race number 5 out of 6 for tonight. Top 10 goes into the medal race. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're losing 2 players at the moment in there. And it looks like it is NZ Salesman and Lumen 2. Lumen 2. NZ Salesman was there. It was Wind Whisper, and then we are just missing Lumen 2. He's coming in there. So let's get ready for the next race. Very open race. If you have any questions or any comments, please write us in the chat. If you're sitting on Esailing TV's channels like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or our Twitch channel, you can write us directly in the studio. If you're sitting on Virtual Egatta in Shaw's Facebook, is Esailing Italia's Facebook page, then you can't write us directly. Then we will watch it afterwards and come back to you. But we are getting ready for it here. It's race number 5 out of 6. It's actually race number 6, as I remember, out of 7. It is the Nacra 17, 30 seconds to start. Who will win it? It's a reach start. Oh. So we really need to follow the boats. Let's take it from the Mark side. Can he do it? Can he come in with speed here? He didn't do a good... he won the last time he was in the Nacra. But can he do it again? Let's see. 5 seconds to starting line there. A little bit too fast up there. No false start. It looks like a clean start for all of them. It is Alexander Menino in the lead. Greek 9, the Mark. But see, Azir coming with speed. Taking over. Cool Running. Mangina. Wind Whisper coming on the outside. Rounding that Mark. A penalty to the Mark. A best VMG fall for Alexander Menino. Penalty to Cool Running. Penalty to Strip Coach. Penalty to Empower. So everything is opening up. They are really giving a hard time. Azir rounding that Mark first. Wind Whisper coming second. A penalty to Mangina. Did he round the Mark? He did round the Mark. He came in through, but what a costly penalty. in this rounding. Sean Bourne also, the mark with another one, and Inset Salesman. Let's see what the fleet does. Let's go to the chopper view. Upwind, the fleet always splits up very much in the NACRA 17 in the reach race, because it's all about finding the wind. Is it in the middle? Is it in the left hand side? Is it in the right hand side? Right now it looks like the wind is coming in the left hand side. More harder breeze. So the boat's going over there. That's cool running. It's Tacitus. It's number 13. That's Lumen 2. They are there at the moment, but it's a Sear in the middle coming in. He's really killing it this time. Alexander Menino, Wind Whisper in a second position. Will we see him top perform in this race tonight? Let's see how it goes. It is a Sear, it's Wind Whisper, it's Alberto Carrero, it's Tacitus, Alexander Menino, Alberto now battling out with his fellow Italian body, Alexander Menino for third. But a Sear rounding that mark first. Wind Whisper, a lot of tacking here. Rounding in second. Penalty to Alberto Carrero made by the sneaky Alexandro Menino. The mark in 7. That's interesting to see. A penalty to Lumen 2. A penalty to Strep Coach. And in the last position, it is Sean Bourne. He is not going to win this race today in the final score. They're racing downwind. See up there, I see up 28.6. Alexander Menino 26.5. Wind Whisper 28. In the middle 23. A lot of wind shadow in here. The mark, he can win 4 positions if he's winning over the boats in front of him. But in the lead, it's a battle between Alexander Menino, Wind Whisper, and Sear. The mark with a penalty. He was caught in that burger, dropping down. It's a very costly one. Before going into the middle race, having this high score, if he had charged his mobile phone, he will not be in these troubles as he is now in the final score. So guys, please prepare when you're going into this exciting races and top performing like the mark, or else you will lose in the end. The mark in 9th. Sear in the win. Alexander Menino in 2nd. Cool running in 5th. Inset Salesman. Alberto Carrero dropping to 9. The mark coming up in 7. He's going to the left-hand side at the moment. Let's see if the chopper can find him here. There he's coming. Crossing over towards the middle. But it's a Sear in the lead. Let's go close to a Sear. See, there he is. 13.8. Tacitus in 3rd. A new 3rd place coming up. A Sear, he will round this mark. It's all about sailing the shortest distance when they're going to the reach mark. Will he take left? Will he take right? It looks like he's taking the right. No, the left-hand side this time. Is that the shortest distance? Let's see. No. Yeah, it is the shortest distance. So Alexander Menino 2nd. A penalty to Tacitus. Wind Whisper in 3rd. Cool running coming in. Inset Salesman, Greek 9. Alberto Carrero, the mark in 9th. Oh, it's going to be very close for the secondary positions. Sear with a win, Alexander Menino with a 2nd. That's very important for those of them who's going to win today. Alberto Carrero is coming in starboard tack. Boom, boom! 1 penalty to Greek 9. Almost Inset Salesman getting a penalty. Greek 9 will drop 3 positions. This is good news for the mark. Getting an extra point on the account. And then we have in the last position, Strip Coach coming in. Now it's Lumen 2 and Empower battling it out together with Sean Bourne behind. But what a race. Let's see, they're battling it out for the honor here. We have Lumen 2, we have Empower. There we go. Lumen 2, Empower. Empower throwing dirty on Lumen 2. This means he's coming with more speed. Lumen 2 loses it there, going upwind, and will come in last. So a Sear with a win. Alexandro Menino in 2nd. Cool running 3rd. Wind Whisper 4th. Inset Salesman 5th. Alberto Carrero 6th. The Mark 7. Mangina 8. Greek 9. Tacitus 10. Strip Coach 11. Sean Bourne 12. Empower 13. Lumen 2 14. We will only have a top 10 going into the final. Let's see the score. Alexander Menino, best start. The Mark sailed the shortest distance, but also got 3 penalties. Then you can't win, my friend. 3 penalties is costing a lot. Strip coach, maximum speed, but the fastest speed was for Azir. And see all the secondary positions, how they switch positions all the way. So a very, very close race today. Let's get the scoreboard. It's upgraded. Azir is leading with 20 points now. The Mark 26 points. See, 7 points in a race is very costly. Alexander Menino 28 points. Sean Bourne back in top 4 with 32. Alberto Carrero 33. Cool Running 34. Mangina 43. Greek 9, 48, Taxi 2 is 49, Wind Whisper 52. So Wind Whisper just managed to win himself into the medal race. We are coming up. So very interesting. If Azir is getting fourth and the Mark is winning, or Azir is getting fifth and Alexander Merlino is winning, then Azir will lose his position and one of the other boats will win. But in second position, for second, third, fourth and fifth, there's only 2 positions in between all of them. So let's see how it's going. It looks like it's going to be a J70 and not a 49er in the medal race today coming up. So let's see what they're doing. So let's see how it's doing in this race. Let's have it here. We are getting ready for the medal race with the top 10, and it's being created here by the guys. All the best of luck, they're saying to each other in the chat. So who will win it? And it's going to be the strategic boat, the J70. So I have to say, and it looks like it's a medium upwind, medium downwind, medium upwind race we are going to have. It looks like it's going to be Azir winning it. I have to say, this is Azir's favorite boat. So my money is on Azir in this race, because in the J70, with helps or without helps, he's really killing this boat. We saw it at the World Championship, how he killed this boat. We have been seeing in all the other races how he's doing. So let's see how that will go. Top 10 coming into this race, and let's while we're waiting, let's see the scoreboard again. Azir, he needs to be at least 3 positions ahead of the Mark, 4 positions ahead of Alexander Menino, or 6 positions ahead of Sean Bourne, 7 positions ahead of Alberto Carrero. Not losing that, but 3 positions in between him and the Mark, and 4 positions in between him and Alexander Merlino will mean that he is losing it. But let's see. Here is the start. Let's have a presentation. Empower is here from New Zealand, sitting in the USA, working with cars, speedy cars normally. The Mark, the Kiwi guy, here he's part of CLTP Inspire program. Then we have Azir from France, the young skipper. He is a vice champion of the World Championship. Mangina, he is from Australia. Sean Bourne. Like right now, it looks like all that there's an abort. It looks like the race officers are saying we need to restart it because there hasn't been set start yet. So the race needs to be restarted. So we're just waiting for all the boats to drop out and come back in the race. So while we're doing that, let's have a small break. In front of Villas 7-1, so we're going to see a battle between 4 boats for the reach. It's SAP Luca, it's Lucas Moore, it's Villas 7-1, and Jim Cars can sneak in. So let's follow this battle over here, see what happens. Villas turn 30 and Lucas Moore. This can cost the 2nd position. Lucas Moore still on the inside. Oh, nice race by Villas 7-1. Jim Cars coming in there. He can do the same trick to Lucas Moore.
They'll play on the first leg here. Oh no, they're starting right now. Okay, so let's just get our bearings. Okay, so we are off in this 49er race.
It's Empower. He's from New Zealand. He's here in the kangaroo on Whisper Norman that we normally have in our studio commentating with us. This is Marathon. He's from Great Britain.
And there, you led most of that race, and then in the end, you finished 4th. So what happened?
I think before the start, I think the wind shifts around 1 second or something like that. So if you pop in the race before you starting the rest of the year, you can actually start to see the wind shifts.
And welcome back in studio. Right now the sun is getting to start outside here in Denmark. It's coming up, and some of the guys are writing in the chat, Thomas, how can it be you're so fresh this morning in the Pacific Rim stream here? I just have to say the only reason I am is because my kids woke up early, and then they woke me up early around 2 hours ago, and then both of them went to bed again, and Dad couldn't sleep. Then he said, okay, then let's stream the Pacific Rim this morning and see how that will go. And right now we're going into the medal race, and it has been very polite by Alberto Carrero offering me coffee, but he's sitting in London, I'm sitting in Denmark, so I'm not sure he can bring the coffee to me here. So let's get ready for the last race of this morning stream of the Pacific Rim. It's the medal race we're going into, and just to make to all of you just tuning into the channel, this is the scoreboard as it is at the moment. Azir in the lead with 20 points. The Mark, he is in second with 26 points. And the only reason why he's not in the lead is because his preparation for this race was so bad that he forgot to charge his mobile phone, and that's why he got a DSQ and 15 points. Alexander Manino in 28 points in third. Sean Bourne fourth place with 32. Alberto Carrero in 33 points in fifth position. We have to watch Azir de Mark, Alexander Manino for who is winning today's race in the middle race. Sean Bourne, Alberto Carrero. We have to watch them if they're getting in and taking over second and third. Race coming up. Let's have a presentation. We have Empower from New Zealand / USA, Greek 9 from Greece, Alexandro Manino from Italy, Mangina from Australia, and Wind Whisper from United States. Cool Running, he is from New Zealand, Tacitus Japan, Sean Bourne from Japan. It's Azir, he's from France. ZZZ, he's still sleeping. The Mark, he's from New Zealand, and then we have Alexander Manino here in his coming in from Italy. No, that's not Alexander Manino, that's Alberto Carrero coming in from Italy. 14 seconds for start. They're clustering up at the boat. We have one boat starting from the outside. This is Empower trying to do the trick. He can do that until this red area is put it on in the next upgrade. Empower coming with speed, not the best time start here. Azir is in the last positions at the moment, but we can't ride him out of this race because we know what he can do. He's the vice champion World Championship 2019 Bermuda. He is currently, he's coming up in second now. For a few moments it looks like he was behind. Alberto Carrero with a penalty drops down. That's a costly one for him. So he will be out of the battle for top 2 because of that. He's dropping down. But we need to keep an eye. Where Tacitus here? Where's the Mark? Where is the Mark? The Mark is in 11. He will not be back in the race. So the Mark is out of it, so we need to keep an eye on Alexandro Manino. He's in third at the moment. He's here in the middle. And then we need to keep an eye on Azir. He is in in 4th, in 7th. This means right now Alessandro Melino is winning this regatta, but everything is open at the moment. So we know Azir, he can come back in the race. Sean Bourne at the moment coming up to 3rd place. Azir was dropping to 2nd final score. Alessandro Menino, he is winning at the moment as it looks like in the final score. But everything is open. It's a long race yet. Everything is very close. Alessandro Menino, he wants to win this. I know him. He's sitting with fire in his eyes, sitting maybe in the sun, early sun on his porch, enjoying doing e-sailing like this. We have been having an interview with this yacht broker from Roma, sitting there doing a lot of fantastic good races. He's in 2nd position. Mangina in the lead at the moment. Where is Azir? Where is Azir? He's in 7th position. The mark dropping to last position. So, grand old guy, Alessandro Menino, one of the most routine players in this game. Can he keep the lead? Can he keep 2nd? And will Azir continue being behind? Well, let's see what happens when they're rounding the first top mark. That's where we see the score and the result as it is at the moment. Right now, we are trusting the server, but we can't trust the server. Azir might go up 2-3 positions when they're rounding the mark. Alessandro Menino needs to do 2 tacks before coming around the mark. It's Mangina first, but it will be Alessandro coming in 2nd. Greek 9 3rd. A penalty handed out for Alberto Carrero. This means Azir coming up a better position. What's happening? Empower lost connection? No. He just fell asleep, didn't round the marks. And there he got a penalty for sail into the others. That's not the best. And Alberto Carrero drops down. Taxitus also. So, Mangina, Alessandro Menino, Greek 9, Wind Whisper, Cool Running, Sean Bourne, Azir in 8th at the moment. The mark coming up, battling Azir. This is a battle for 2nd position, because if this result stands, it will be Alessandro Melino from Italy winning tonight's regatta, tonight's Pacific Rim regatta. There's nothing better to say than that's how it is. So, Mangina coming in, Azir in the battle, the mark in the battle. See, they're battling each other. See, they only fight for 2nd at the moment. They know they lost the winning position, but who will get 2nd? Right now, the mark lost to Azir in this battle, but it's only the first downwind race, so we will see one more battle. Mangina with an unforced penalty for hitting the mark. This is good news for Alessandro Melino. He can go up and take the lead. Will the Italian do it? Greek 9 coming in 3rd. Wind Whisper, Cool Running, Sean Bourne. Right now we have Azir in 7, Taxitus in 8. Alberto Carrero coming in. The mark dropped to 10. And Empower back in the race in 11th. So, what will happen? How will it go? Let's see. We can't trust the scoreboard in the left-hand side. There's a small bug in there where the scoreboard is not telling us the right result. It's not telling us how long away people are from each other. Here we have a battle. Alessandro Menino takes over the lead at the moment as it stands. Mangina in 2nd, Cool Running in 4th, Greek 9 in 3rd. That is true. But where is the mark? He's in 10. Azir is in 7. Taxitus dropping down. Sean Bourne in 6. Now it's interesting. Alessandro Menino port side tack. Mangina starboard tack, but he tacking up towards the middle. He knows, I just want to keep the position. I don't want to drop more down, because right now Greek 9 has taken over 2nd. It's very good news for the Italian skipper. See, there he is. Proud sailing in the lead. If this result stands and Azir don't get 4th, then this will be the winner of tonight's regatta. The Italians will take the Pacific Rim 12. This is how it's going to be. Who will take it? Who will win it? Who will go all the way? So we need to keep an eye on Azir. Right now, if Alessandro Malino is not doing any unforced penalties downwind or rounding these marks, he will take the win. Mangina coming in. He's around 10 meters behind Alexander Menino. Greek 9 coming on the inside, pressing Mangina. This is good news for Alexander Menino because now these two boats will battle for second. Azir coming in, Tacitus with a penalty. Azir in 6 at the moment. He can go and fight Sean Bourne for 5th. Wind Whisperer had to give right away for Azir. The mark in 8. Unforced penalty hitting the mark. It's good night for the mark. So losing battery costed him the final victory of the Pacific Rim. Mangina getting a penalty by Greek 9. Alexander Melino will win this regatta, this race, this medal race will go to the Italian, the yacht broker from Roma. He will take it. Congratulations to him. Let's see how the final score will be then. Here we see Empower just racing in front of them, losing everything. Forgot to round 1 mark, so he's just sailing around there, making some fun. But let's see here. Alexander Menino in the lead. Mangina in 2nd. Greek 9 in 4th. Cool running coming in here. Then we have Sean Bourne in 6th. How will it go? How will they do? It's Alexander Menino. We need to keep an eye on Azir. He cannot do anything about it. He cannot get 5th. Then we need to keep an eye on the mark. He's in 8th. He cannot get a better position at the moment. He's battling for it. So it is going to be Alexandro Melino winning the Pacific Rim 12. Congratulations to the Italian. Cool running, taking 2nd in the middle race. Greek 9 coming in. Sean Bourne. Greek 9 lost that position to Mangina. Then we need to see who's coming in the last positions. Azir in 6. Wind Whisper in 7. Alberto Carrero 8. It looks like the mark is getting 9. And then we have Tacitus 10. So, Alexander Menino with a win. Cool running 2nd. Greek 9 3rd. Mangina 4th. Sean Bourne 5th. Azir 6. Wind Whisper 7. 8 goes to Alberto Carrero, 9 to the mark, 10 to Tacitus. And right now, when I'm reading the private chat, I can say that the mark, he was a little bit crying because he was he used his last green coins in the abort race, so he didn't have any helps in this last race. And there we can see the difference in between him and Azir, who has been playing without helps all day. Sean Bourne with the best start, sailed the short distance, what, Greek 9, Tacitus with 3 penalties. Alexandro Melino winning this fantastic regatta. And let's see when the scoreboard is ready how this will unfold. But I can say we will see an Italian victory tonight in the Pacific Rim, and he will have a very good day and really be pleased. And then the mark, he might go fall asleep back in New Zealand, saying maybe next time I need to charge my mobile phone before going in and doing such a good result as I've been doing today, because the reason he is losing and getting 5th is because of the DSQ lost battery on his mobile phone. Alexander Menino with a victory. Azir dropping to 2nd. And then we see Cool running, just managed to take 3rd because of his 3rd place. Congratulations, Sean Bourne getting 4th. Then we're having the mark getting 5th. So he really dropped down. Alberto Carrero 6, Mangina 7, Greek 9 8, Wind Whisper 9, Tacitus 10. So congratulations to the Italian coming in there. Yes, and Aiden Golden, it is really for the mark. Next time, please charge your mobile phone before going into a regatta. All of you, thank you for watching this European morning stream, after a night stream in the US, and afternoon stream in Japan, New Zealand and Australia. Thank you for watching Esailing TV. And guys, If you have time, please go into our webpage, esailing.tv. We are right now upgrading all our platforms. In there, you actually have access to all our platforms, our YouTube channel, our Twitch channel, Twitch 1, Twitch 2 channel, also our Facebook and our Twitter, and you can find everything on our homepage. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Follow, like, share if you like it, and please spread the word of e-sailing. Thank you for watching. Have a good day in Europe and sleep well in Australia, New Zealand and Japan. Hi, you're watching Esailing TV. Hope you like what we're doing. If you want to see more, please follow us on the social medias. Go on Facebook, write Esailing TV. Then you come into our fan page. If you follow us, subscribe or like us, then you can see our live shows and get a notification of it. But there's an 8 seconds delay on Facebook. You can also see when we're doing highlights. We'll pop them up there, and small news with pictures. You can like, share with your friends what we're doing, share your interest. Hope you will join in. But if you're more the video type, then go to YouTube. Esailing TV channel here has a live feed also. There's a 6 seconds delay, but it's fantastic on YouTube. All our videos are saved forever, so you can see what we've been doing the last year, also the highlights. Example, here's Norman and I having fun with the chat, getting questions from the chat, and it was so fun. But if you want to see the live shows straight away without any delays, then go on the Gamers Universe, Twitch TV, write Esailing TV. There's a 2 seconds delay. So in here, it's if you want to see the shows live. All live shows will be deleted after 14 days. But you can do your own highlights, clip it out, and it will be saved forever. And then some of you said, hey, Twitter. Yeah, we are on Twitter. Go on Twitter, write Esailing TV. We're also doing live shows on Twitter. But again, there's an 8 seconds delay on the live shows. But you can see some tweets when we're out traveling. You can get direct notifications when we're doing activities. In here, we are doing a lot of pop-up news, but we are having a lot of fun. You can share and like what we're doing. And of course, Instagram is also there. But Instagram, we're not doing any live shows on. We're only doing pop-up news. So here you can see what we're doing of crazy things. And trust me, we'll be better to do a lot of more crazy things in here. Example, we met L1's nail shop in Liverpool. Or the highlights show from the World Championship. We also informed about it here. Hope you're enjoying what we're doing in Esailing TV. See you on the servers.